P Diddy, the dark reality and his freak-off parties. Sean John Combs, well known by his stage name Diddy, was formerly known as Puff Daddy and P Diddy. One of the most sought-after tickets in the entertainment industry used to be an invitation to a party that Sean Diddy Combs was hosting. It was a chance to socialize with some of the biggest stars, including Justin Bieber, Mariah Carey, Jennifer Lopez and Paris Hilton. On the occasion, Jay-Z and Beyoncé even released brand new songs. This video we will focus on P Diddy dark reality and his freak-off parties. Which specific charges have been filed against P Diddy, a federal criminal? A protracted federal criminal case that accused Mr. Combs of conspiring to commit sex trafficking and racketeering has severely damaged his image. Moreover, more than a dozen lawsuits allege rape, abuse, and sexual extortion against the music mogul. Reports indicate that one lawyer represents over 100 alleged victims who reported sexual abuse. A spokesperson told BBC News for this story that Mr. Combs remains strong, healthy, and disciplined, fully committed to his defense with the unwavering support of his family, legal team, and the truth. The spokesman denied Diddy's involvement in the charges. Number 3. The party king who coveted royalty. Mr. Shooter, who worked for Diddy from 2002 to 2004, said that when Mr. Combs joined the rapper's team, he was at a pivotal moment in his career. Mr. Combs founded Bad Boy Records in 1993, which signed some of the biggest hip-hop artists, such as Notorious B.I.G. and Usher. Mr. Combs established his apparel line, Sean John, in 1998, and it quickly gained popularity. He then ventured into the world of perfume and alcohol and founded a media company where he discovered new talent, hosted several reality shows, and cultivated celebrity. Mr. Shooter said that Mr. Combs was obsessed with power and had a strong desire to keep his popularity, adding that the star loved to show off his lifestyle and have his photo taken. Mr. Shooter's function was to help keep Diddy at the top. He compared his group to a circus and said that the rapper was the ringmaster of the group. He said that he had never seen any inappropriate sexual behavior. "I've seen the imbalance of power," he said. "I haven't witnessed the current allegations, which are truly appalling. What effects do Diddy's brand and ego have on his interactions with others? He was such a sensation because he thinks about Diddy all the time," Mr. Shooter told BBC News. Mr. Shooter told BBC News that from the time he wakes up till nighttime, Diddy is on his mind. Diddy is Diddy's hobby. He also claims that Mr. Combs had a strong fascination with the British royal family. Mr. Shooter claimed that Prince Harry and Prince William asked him to phone them more than 10 times, offering to cover their accommodation, transportation, and even security costs. Few people, however, have the guts to refuse the music mogul. Citing metal detectors in Diddy's apartment that resembled those seen at an airport, Mr. Shooter said that Diddy was always surrounded by weaponry. That was odd. Mr. Shooter reported that the rapper's home contained several weapons. Security guards at Mr. Combs' private home had weapons strapped around their ankles. Mr. Combs had a tight group and was very worried about his security and image. Number 2. Complaint accuses white parties of having a dark side. The rapper resided on the priciest street in the Los Angeles area, Beverly Hills. Because of the tall walls, celebrities may hide from curious onlookers. Hugh Hefner's Playboy house is just a few doors away. At the lofty gates of Mr. Combs' estate, flame torches burn day and night. The BBC, through a Freedom of Information request, obtained information that police attended parties at the P. Diddy residence 14 times over 7 years. Neighbours discreetly shared their views and conveyed their dissatisfaction and grief to the BBC in an area that values discretion and privacy. According to one neighbour, the area was exclusively partyland for 6 or 7 years. She said that she saw ladies coming out and sitting down on the street. They didn't know where they were at various hours of the day and night. She claimed that they appeared to be lost and that their underwear was showing. A 16-year-old boy submitted a complaint this week, describing the thrill of attending Mr. Combs' first white party in 1998. As he reached the Hamptons home, he saw that celebrities and Hollywood executives were everywhere. In his complaint, he expressed his belief that attending the party could potentially pave the way for a career in music. He claims that on his way to the bathroom, he bumped into the rapper. They started talking, and then moved to a more private area. According to the lawsuit, Mr. Combs said that the adolescent had the right look and that he could make anybody famous. Would you want to work in this field? There are at least 2 more lawsuits involving the parties. Adria English, a former adult film actress, asserts that her involvement in sex trafficking developed gradually, following her employment at numerous white party events, where she allegedly found drugs mixed with wine. A guy who said he attended a white party in 2006 submitted another anonymous complaint this Thursday. The lawsuit claims that he was working security at the event, where there were allegedly drug-laced drinks, when Mr. Combs allegedly attacked him. More than a dozen court cases have charged the music entrepreneur with sexual extortion, rape, and assault. In these accusations, both men and women claim that Mr. Combs or others in his group coerced them into having sex. Others assert that they obeyed because they were afraid of Mr. Combs had a significant impact on the entertainment sector. Many recounted how disobeying Mr. Combs' demands ruined their careers or stole their prospects. The prosecutions have been characterized by Mr. Combs' legal team as clear attempts to garner publicity. In response to this report, the rapper's agent told the BBC that there was no proof of wrongdoing at his well-known events. Sean Combs' white parties and other events were iconic, a true convergence of hip-hop, Hollywood, and black excellence, the statement said. When media outlets and social criticism misrepresent these cultural events, I find it depressing. We should not embarrass celebrities who attended, take photos and films out of context, and connect these incidents to unfounded allegations. Number 1. Courage is infectious. Which particular instances have been the focus of accusations against Mr. Combs' properties? Federal authorities seem to be focused on so-called freak-off gatherings at hotel rooms, despite other allegations detailing alleged sexual assaults at parties held at Mr. Combs' houses. The Department of Justice charged him last month with sex trafficking, racketeering conspiracy, and transportation to engage in prostitution in a 14-page indictment. Prosecutors have accused Mr. Combs of recording sex acts at freak-offs, which federal authorities characterize as multi-day sex parties. According to the accusation, Mr. Combs and his pals reportedly booked hotel rooms and equipped them with ketamine, lubricant, extra bedding, and lighting so that they could record the cops. According to court documents, Mr. Combs hit, kicked, and threw objects at victims during the freak-offs, resulting in injuries that sometimes took weeks to recover from. According to the indictment, Mr. Combs gave participants threats and provided them medication to promote obedient and compliant conduct. According to the prosecution, intravenous fluids would aid in the recovery of individuals involved. According to the lawsuit, Mr. Combs would transport prostitutes, provide drugs including cocaine, ecstasy, and ketamine, and force the singer to engage in sex acts during weekly parties hosted at hotels in Los Angeles and New York. When law enforcement officers searched Mr. Combs' houses in Miami and Los Angeles, they discovered AR-15-style guns, large-capacity magazines, and hundreds of bottles of baby oil and lubricant. Advocates and survivors of sexual assault are optimistic that Mr. Combs' case will result in major change in the music industry after his arrest and the controversies surrounding his career. She is defending Thalia Graves, who alleges that the rapper drugged and sexually attacked her in 2001. According to Allred, Mr. Combs bullied her, keeping her silent out of concern that he would ruin her life. However, Ms. Allred told the BBC that she thinks Diddy's arrest would have a significant impact. In the Southern District of New York, US Attorney Damian Williams said, Combs did not do this all on his own. To achieve his goals, he exploited his company, its workers, and other close associates. The matter is still under investigation, according to officials. In his most recent court appearance, Mr. Combs, wearing a beige jail uniform, repeatedly placed his hands to his heart in a prayer gesture, while mouthing the words, "I love you," to his family. A group of admirers stood on their tiptoes close to the courtroom doors as the session drew to an end, hoping to see him and express their support for the rapper. According to his former assistant, the singer's media craze is ironic. Mr. Shooter responded ironically, saying, "He wanted to become the most famous person in the world, and now he is. Like, share and subscribe for more exciting updates and exclusive content."